Hey guys, this is a little behind the scenes video of the Playmindcracks plot server. So I'm recording this while it's still being worked on, so I apologize for portals not working and for a couple little other things that aren't complete yet. But I figured I'd record this just to show a little bit about the development and the building side of making this plot server. So I'm going to be talking mainly about the buildings and the design and stuff because the development side hasn't been completed yet as of recording this. So let's talk about the origins of the plot server. So the Mindcrackers wanted a plot server where people could hop on there and build things, basically. Just a place where, you hop onto the server and you can show off your creativity. You can build stuff. You can hang around with some Mindcrackers. They can hang around with the community, have fun, mess around, that sort of thing. So when Rob was the developer for PMC, he was tasked with making a plot server. His compromise was Lords of Minecraft, which was very heavily roleplay based, and it was pretty much based on a YouTube series. This is a little different in that there won't be any role playing. What I mean by that is people can role play all they want, but there won't be any role playing from Mindcrackers. There will be, I'm sure the Mindcrackers are going to hop on and hang around because I know Guude and a couple other people want to just hop onto here and just talk to people and have fun and mess around and whatever. And we want to host some events and some parties and some fun little pranks and stuff, which will make the plot server interesting over time. This is a map of the plot server. It's a giant Minecraft logo, as you can see, with a couple little islands offshooting, which I'll get to in a second. First I want to talk about the different areas. So there's 29 different areas for each individual Minecracker. 29 areas, 29 Minecrackers. Each area is basically a plot area. So each Minecracker has their own area, and they're all themed towards that specific Minecracker. As you can see, it's very colorful as each Minecracker gets 2 blocks that kind of represent them that the plots are made of. You can also see spawn is right at the bottom of the crack there. It's the little green circle. And to the right, there is a green and grey circle there. That is the market, which we'll get to in a second. We also have Kurt's TARDIS floating up the top there. And we have the portal hub floating out the bottom there. So let's show the area for a bit. So here's the spawn area. This was made by T3 Hero, and he designed all the buildings and all the little overgrown look. So the main building theme for this server, for the market and for the portal and for spawn, is kind of an overgrown look to make it look all natural and yeah, to make it look natural and just make it nice and green. So you kind of spawn in a little garden here. So as I said, this was made by T3 Hero. He did all the building here and all the trees and stuff. Azure helped a little bit with the trees, and Azure also made the entire map with World Painter. He went through and he designed all the he designed that crack and the logo and everything. So what we're going to do first is we're going to head to the market. So as I said before, this is a plot server, so there is 5,700 or so plots around the area. And it's split between 29 people. So the way you can get blocks is you go to the market here, which you'll get through one of the portals. And you go to one of the areas. So there's 29 shops here, one for each Mindcracker. And they're all around the outside of the market, and the inside has a bunch of little general stores. And each of them is themed towards that Mindcracker. So for example, Ether has his clay, MC Gamer has lapis and orange wool, and Milby has orange wool and wool, and so on. So this was made by the build team, the Playmindcracks build team, mainly by Jaja, but a couple of other guys helped him too. It's also a nice little overgrown look. Got trees popping out of buildings and whatnot. And then it's also an intersection with a whole group of people. We got Etho's area, we got Paws on Paws, we got Seth Bling, we got Badge, we've got Guude, and we've got Beef. And they all kind of meet here in the market. And a bunch of other people also meet over there at the at spawn. And there's a couple of intersections like this. So one thing we've worked very hard to do is have a bunch of Easter eggs. There's so many Easter eggs here that I've lost count of how many there are. But it just gives you guys a gives you guys something else to do. It lets you explore, you gotta try and find all the Easter eggs. So I'm gonna actually spoil one of them. And we're gonna head down here, because this is gonna help me explain something. So this is the Hall of Builders. This is all the 30 people that helped build the plot server. We have the build team, which is made up of HDT, Unknown Gamer, Chapter, Aurelius, Mr. Killerspud, Jaja, and Bobba. They built the portal hub, the market, and a number of other things around the map. We have the Playmindcracks moderators, who helped me build the plots and define the regions for the plots, and just generally go around and kind of make each area unique. So we have Savrin, Gold Lobster, Ekons, Aloriendi, War Kittens, Fugi, Olmok, and Monkey King of NZ. Azur is our PMC build team leader. He's the guy that made this map in World Painter. He's also the guy that pretty much led the project and helped design everything. Hira is T3 Hira is someone that is both on the build team and on the moderator team. He built the spawn. He also built Kurt's TARDIS, which we'll get to pretty soon. And I'm in there for helping build stuff. Bright Eyes, Pajam, and Ruby Zone are 3 of the subreddit moderators for Mindcrack. They helped a lot with the plots, and especially Bright Eyes helped with prettying up each of the areas and helping find out what's unique about each Mindcracker. Arcus and Z-Star are on there. So Z-Star actually hasn't built anything yet. As you might have seen in the map, there's one area that's kind of just blank. That is Z-Star's area, and that was requested by Z-Star that he be able to make his own area. So that's currently blocked off, and it'll be built up soon. Arcus actually requested that he make his own area, and we let him, and he brought on his build team, which was these 5 people here, which I'm not going to try to say their names, because some of them I know I'm going to say wrong, and they're going to hate me for it. But Arcus and his build team spent a few days working on his area, and it looks really nice. They did a lot of world edit stuff, a lot of voxel work, and it looks really, really nice. We're gonna head to the portal hub now. So this portal hub was built by the build team. Again, a nice little overgrown look, just to make it nice and green. And it makes it look all natural and nice and clean. So the first thing you notice is that there is 29 statues, one for each Mindcracker. These are the portals. These are actually the portals to their different area. So you walk through that and you'll get to a videos area. And likewise with all the other guys. So this is an easy way to find out which area you're headed to. Zsto's is not done yet. That will be coming soon. And these statues were imported from the Season 4 World Save, where Guude created them and Jsto pranked them. So they're all holding the little items that Jsto gave them. All of them except 3 people. So CoStar didn't actually have a statue at the time. So we had to be a little creative and we made our own version of CoStar, which I think turned out pretty well. We also gave him a pickaxe because he's known for doing all the alpha original stuff, and Minecraft is about mining mostly. B Double O and Generic B didn't have anything in their hands because those 2 statues were built after Jsto pranked the statues. So we had to be a little creative. We got B Double O a little hammer for B Dubs' building company. We got Generic B a little emerald spear to fight off people. I don't know. But yeah, these mountains around the edge were built by Mr. Killerspud, part of the build team. He did the custom trees and all the decorative mountains in the background. And a lot of these interior buildings were done by 2 or 3 members of the build team. I can't remember their names, sorry, but they're on there. They're on the board there. So let's talk a bit about the individual areas. So let's walk to up. Let's go to Arcus first. So as you can see, Arcus has a very vertical area. There's a lot of mountains. There's some valleys. There's some flat areas. There's a lot of plateaus, and there's a couple of caves around. This was built by Arcus and his build team, and they wanted kind of a unique feel to it. And I really like how it turned out. They spent a lot of time working on this and working on the plots. And one of the unique features to this area is that these larger plots are actually a little bit taller than the shorter plots. So if you get a bigger plot, it's actually taller than the little ones. And this needs to get removed, but what we were doing with Lapis is, because we need to world guard every area, so once we finish world guarding it, we put down a Lapis sword just so we can visually see which plots are done. But I guess that one there forgot to get removed. So this is Arcus's area, and over here is the blank area for Jsto, which currently hasn't been worked on yet, but is going to look pretty cool once he starts working on it. Pulsar's Jr.'s here. We've got a nice little jungly kind of feel, survival-ish area, because he's known as a survivalist person. And over here we have Vex. Now, let's talk about a little something here. We've got the wool monument here, but there's no wool on it. And there's a little hint here for you. That's all I'm going to say. All of these, there's a number of intersections around, and all of them they have signs pointing to each of these maps, except, white wool's there. There's also, we added kind of different stuff, so this way points to Relicans, Aurelian, her pink area. And then we have a little Sunburn Islands reference here, which those two are currently playing through. But as you can see, each of the areas is kind of unique. So you got Badge, as you know, chiseled stone is his favorite block. And he's also known for making giant wheat fields, pretty much the first thing he does. Guude's here with space chickens. And the flowers. Adlington is themed around his skin. And there's little Adlingtons around here and there, as you can see. We got Kurt up the top here, with some floating blocks of ice. So, you know, we did multiple passes through each area, trying to work out what's kind of unique about that person, what can we add that's really cool, what can we change with this area. So we have a TARDIS here, and as I said before, the portals don't work yet. But this TARDIS actually takes you over to this area here. Oh, it's not loading right. There we go. So it takes you to a giant TARDIS. Or the inside of a giant TARDIS. And the inside of the TARDIS looks like this. So we wanted to make a little unique area just as a little testing ground for us. So what this allows us to do is, if we need to expand more in the future with more plots and stuff, we can add cool little areas like this. And that gives us the ability to add more plots later on, and add more themed areas and specific builds and stuff. But that's pretty much what the plot server is about. There's a lot of Mindcrackers that are interested in this. Guude, Michael, Aurelian, Arcus, Zsto, the Gems, and a couple other people are people that have actually shown interest and actually helped design this area. And you know, Arcus and Zsto have actually helped build it. Oh, that thing up there is the palette. So the palette. So as I said before, each person gets 2 blocks for their plots, and we tried to design it so that each person gets like a unique kind of thing, so that when you look at it, you know that, hey, that's that person. So the Gems is known for making the ice castles and for also using mycelium a lot. Zeph is known for redstone and for Mario, so mushrooms. And then Packrat's known for cobblestone and for TNT. And then MC, as I said before, lapis and orange wool, and you know, so on and so forth. We have the palette here, which is all the different blocks that each person gets. So we've tried not to limit it too much. We've added stairs, and we've added glass, and we've added a couple other fun blocks to each area, just so that no one really feels too limited. But at the same time, we don't want to give everyone every block, just because this lets us kind of theme the area towards each Mindcracker. And it lets us make the areas kind of unique. So that's about it. Hopefully I've explained everything. I know I've probably forgotten some things, but hopefully I've explained as much as I can, and hopefully it has helped show our ideas and the kind of plans we want for this plot server. So that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. And we want to host some events and some parties and some, you know, fun little pranks and stuff, which will make the plot server interesting over time. This is a map of the plot server. It's a giant Mindcrack logo, as you can see, with a couple little islands offshooting, which I'll get to in a second. First, I want to talk about the different areas. So there's 29 different areas for each individual Mindcracker. 29 areas, 29 Mindcrackers. Each area is basically a plot area. So each Mindcracker has... Hey guys, this is a little behind the scenes video of the Playmindcracks plot server. So I'm recording this while it's still being worked on, so I apologize for portals not working and for a couple little other things that aren't complete yet. But I figured I'd record this just to show a little bit about the development and the building side of making this plot server. So I'm going to be talking mainly about the buildings and the design and stuff, because the development side hasn't been completed yet as of recording. As their own area, and they're all themed towards that specific Mindcracker. As you can see, it's very colorful, as each Mindcracker gets 2 blocks that kind of represent them, that the plots are made of. You can also see spawn is right at the bottom of the crack there. It's the little green circle, and to the right there is a green and grey circle there. That is the market, which we'll get to in a second. We also have Kurt's TARDIS floating up the top there, and we have the compromise was Lords of Minecraft, which was very heavily roleplay based, and it was pretty much based on a YouTube series. This is a little different in that there won't be any roleplaying. What I mean by that is people can roleplay all they want, but there won't be any roleplaying from Mindcrackers. There will be, I'm sure the Mindcrackers are going to hop on and hang around, because I know Guude and a couple other people want to just hop onto here and just, talk to people and have fun and mess around and whatever. Yes. So let's talk about the origins of the plot server. So the Mindcrackers wanted a plot server where people could hop on there and build things, basically. Just a place where, you hop onto the server and you can show off your creativity. You can build stuff, you can hang around with some Mindcrackers. They can hang around with the community, have fun, mess around, that sort of thing. So when Rob was the developer for PMC, he was tasked with making a plot server. He's